Thanks for watching another video. Today's video, I'm going to dive into my spending a little bit, talk about what I do and don't put on credit cards. I have my laptop with me. I'm gonna go look through my budget, talk about the things I put on my credit cards. I know this video isn't about travel. If you're new to my channel, I usually talk about travel, how to upgrade your travel, how to use points and miles to travel more on the luxury side of things. And while today's video isn't directly about travel, it does have impacts because this is how I get the points and miles so that I can travel without having to pay any extra money. With that said, I'm gonna dive right in. In one of my other videos, I made a comment about how I keep a very precise and accurate budget. I track all my spending, all my money coming in. So when I need to do an autopsy of what I spend on what, and if there are any questions about what I spend, I know exactly how much I spend in each category. So I have my budget up. I'm gonna kind of go through it, talk about some of the things I spend on credit cards, what I don't put on credit cards, and basically just how that works with my whole travel strategy. So first off, I have a couple of credit cards that are the mainstays in my budget. I have the American Express Gold card. I have the American Express Platinum card. I have the Delta Platinum card, and I have the Hilton Aspire card, and another card is the Citi Double Cashback. I do have more cards outside of those, but looking at my budget, these are the cards that I use the most. So let's start with the American Express Gold card. Let me pull that up. Let me see what I've been spending on in the last few months. So a lot of my spending for the American Express Gold card is on groceries, which makes sense. And it looks like I'm also spending a lot at restaurants. And that card does come with 4 times the membership rewards points for groceries and dining. So I've definitely been using it for that. I do have a couple of other random charges in there, but most of the charges are for groceries and restaurants. All right, I also have the American Express Platinum card. And as I look at my spending for the American Express Platinum, I actually have been spending a lot on Amazon because they had an AMEX offer where you get 5 times the points for spending at Amazon, I think. So there's a lot of stuff on Amazon. There's a lot of travel, as would be expected. And really that's all. I don't have many miscellaneous spending on there. It's mostly Amazon more recently. But as I look back in the history, there's a lot of travel, some airline tickets, hotel charges, etc. All right. I also said I have the Delta Platinum credit card, and that one really only has Delta airline tickets on it for the last couple of months. Let me look to make sure. I do see one grocery charge. I wonder if I just didn't have my American Express Gold card with me at the time, but the rest of it is travel. And when I say travel, specifically airline miles on Delta. And that does also make sense because usually you get 3 times the miles on flights for that card, but this year they are giving 5 times the points on any flights that you purchase on the Delta, any Delta flights you purchase on the Delta Platinum American Express card. So that's how I have been maximizing that card. And the Hilton Aspire card, as I look through that, all of my Hilton stays that I've had, when we stayed at the Waldorf in Orlando, we stayed at Hilton in St. Louis. Let's see what else is on here. We stayed at Hilton in Des Moines. Those are all on there, as well as restaurant spending when we were traveling, because with the Hilton Aspire, you get, I think, with diamond status and everything included, I get like 34 points per dollar spending at Hilton. And then I think it's 7 points or 7 times the points for restaurants. And so oftentimes it looks like when we're traveling, we've used that card at the restaurant as opposed to the Gold American Express when we're just local. We're spending it at restaurants locally. And the last card that I've been putting a lot of spending on is the Citi Double Cashback. And I love this card because you just get double points, double cash back specifically on any spending. So I have had to go to the dentist. I see that charge on there. I had to do a couple of other things at doctor's offices. Those charges are on there. I have gas, which is on there. I have bills, which is on there. Sam's Club is on there as well. And that's an important distinction because Sam's Club does not count as groceries. And so I wouldn't get 4 times the points using it, putting my Sam's Club's purchases on the American Express Gold, but I do get double cash back using that double cash back card. Going to the gym, my gym membership is on here. So this one is kind of just the catch-all. I know there are cards out there that do give you a pretty good return on gas, but I prefer to use my Citi Double Cash Back card to put gas in my car. 1, because I just use it as my catch-all, and 2, because I really don't drive a lot. I live in the city, so my job and the places I go are all very close to my house. So if I do drive, if I'm not walking or biking, if I do drive, I'm just not putting that many miles on my car. I'm not having to fill up. I can put gas in my car maybe twice a month, fill my tank every other week, and I'm good to go. So when I've looked at those gas cards, it hasn't really, at least for me, I haven't seen the benefit. I'll just go ahead and put it on the Citi Double Cash Back. So now as I look at my checking account, I'm looking at the things that I do not put on credit cards. And most of that mortgage payment, because you can't pay mortgage. Well, I guess you could, but I just don't pay mortgage with my credit card. I have some of the giving and donations that I do that come out of my checking account. I do see a couple of bills on here, and I think those bills are, it looks like my power bill and my water bill. And those are probably because there's a convenience fee that I'd have to pay if I used a card. So I just go ahead and pay with my checking account. And really that's it. Most of the things that are coming in and out of my checking account are payments to my credit cards. And I do like that. I remember Two Straws and I were refinancing our house this last summer. I know this is an aside, but we were refinancing and we have to show your bank statements. And we had a recurring charge that was on there, and they're like, oh, what is this for? And we had committed to donating a certain amount to a charity monthly, and so we explained that that's what it was. But then I was just like, I don't know if I want people to have all that information about me. So it was just better and easier to change that to a credit card, and then all they would see if we ever refinanced or got a mortgage again or did something and we had to show our bank records, all they would see was payments to the credit card. They wouldn't exactly see what we were spending our money on. So that was a little bit of a side, but basically most of my spending is on those 5 cards. That's how I optimize my strategy. I know that I could get spreadsheets and have more cards and do these rotating categories, but right now I just don't have the bandwidth for that between work and everything else that I'm doing. And so I just mainly use those 5 cards and have some big buckets for which I use them for, and it's been working out. We've had hundreds of thousands of Delta Sky Miles, membership rewards, cashback, well, not hundreds of thousands of dollars in cashback, but a good hefty amount of cashback monthly, and that's just what I do. If you have any questions about my credit card strategy, comment below. If you want to tell me about your credit card strategy, or if you have any other tips and tricks, comment below. I would love to hear them. Thank you for watching. Thank you to those who have subscribed. If you haven't already subscribed, make sure you subscribe, please. And thanks for watching. Bye.